Hi, everyone. I have a special story that I would like to share with you today. This story is called Listening with My Heart. Can you find your heart? It's right there inside your chest, that heart. Listening to your heart means understanding how you feel. So when you love, or even when you're feeling angry or sadness, happiness, those are the feelings that you feel in your heart. And then your heart tells your head how you feel. And then your head tells your mouth to say how you feel. So we're going to read a story about feelings. And the story is called Listening with My Heart. So that is the title of our story. And then the author is Gabby Garcia. The author is the person who writes all of the words and the letters in our story. And it's illustrated by Ying Hu Tan, who the illustrator draws the beautiful pictures. Okay, so this story is called Listening with My Heart. Esperanza's tummy fluttered as she practiced her lines on the porch. Today was the class play. Waiting for Mama to walk with her to school, she paced back and forth as she spotted a heart-shaped rock. See the heart-shaped rock right here? So her tummy fluttered, which means she felt nervous. Have you ever felt nervous before? Esperanza picked it up and showed it to her mama as soon as she stepped outside. I see you found a little treasure, said Mama. Esperanza rubbed its rough surface and felt a twinkle of joy. Maybe it's a sign. For what? Asked Mama. She thought about the class play later that afternoon, wondering what it would finally be like to be in the spotlight. To put my heart into everything I do, she answered. So she felt a twinkle of joy. So she felt some happiness. So she's a little nervous, but she's also feeling happiness. At that moment, they heard scratching and a soft cry. Esperanza peeked under the stairs and spotted a kitty shaking and shivering. No mama in sight. She scooped the kitten onto her lap and cuddled her. She's all alone. I think she's hungry. Esperanza reached for her lunch bag, pinched off a piece of chicken, and offered it to the kitty, who gobbled it up. Mama, I think the rock is a reminder to spread kindness and love. That's what we do when we listen with our hearts. I think you're onto something, said Mama. Can we keep Cleocatra? Please? Asked Esperanza, who'd already named the kitty. So she named the kitty Cleocatra. Queens are always welcome at our house, said Mama. If she's still here after school, we'll take her in. At school, Esperanza was more focused on the play than on math or reading. Clutching her script during recess, she noticed Bayo sitting alone on a bench. He was new in school this week and didn't speak much English. She wondered if he felt lonely or scared. Esperanza found a soccer ball and kicked it over to him. Have you ever felt lonely or scared before? A smile spread across Bayo's face. He stood, popped the ball in the air, then bounced it between his knee and his head a few times. Dude's got moves, thought Esperanza. They spent recess giggling and making hand signals. Afterwards, Esperanza borrowed Miss Owen's English, Vietnamese dictionary. She wrote friend in Vietnamese. So Vietnamese is another language that people can speak. Drew a picture of Bayo and her and then put it on his desk. Esperanza rubbed the rock in her pocket. Listening with her heart made her feel peaceful inside. So she listened to her heart and she thought she wanted to make a new friend who didn't speak the same words as her. So instead, she drew a picture and she found a way to let him feel the love and joy that she was feeling. Finally, it was time for the performance. It was too late for Bayo to be in the play, but he stood at Miss Owen's side as a stagehand. Excitement bubbled as Esperanza awaited her cue. So the kids are putting on a play. What do you think the play is about? Esperanza walked on stage, tripped as she was about to say her first line, and splattered across the stage. Oh no, she fell down. When she got up, she forgot her lines, so Miss Owen whispered them to her from backstage. Heat rushed through Esperanza's body as all eyes were glued to her. She wished she could disappear. So she fell down, and how did she feel? What did that make her feel? Her body felt hot. Have you ever had your body feel hot? Listen to your heart, and your heart tells you that this was not something that you wanted to happen to you. And maybe now you're feeling sad and disappointed. I ruined the play, thought Esperanza, rushing off stage as soon as she'd finished her part. I messed up in front of everyone. She tucked herself in behind some props so no one would see her. So, how does she feel? She feels like she ruined the play, so she feels really sad and disappointed with herself. Esperanza noticed her body shaking and her face still burning. She took a deep breath and dug the rock out of her pocket. It was cracked and lopsided, just how she felt. Esperanza touched her hand to her heart and felt the disappointment. So sometimes we feel disappointed, like when we're really excited about something that might happen, and then it turns out it doesn't happen. That can make us feel disappointment. Bayo found Esperanza a few minutes later and handed her a drawing with the word friend written above. Esperanza nodded. She hadn't been treating herself like a friend. So she was being a good friend for Bayo, but she wasn't being a good friend to herself. It's important to treat yourself with kindness and be kind to yourself. Esperanza realized that this wasn't the first time she'd been unkind to herself. At the soccer game last weekend, she'd missed the ball that swooshed by her head, and they lost the game. Nice work, a player from the other team yelled as the others laughed. Esperanza thought she'd let her team down and was the worst soccer player in the world. Thinking those thoughts had made her feel worse. At the curtain call, Esperanza reminded herself she hadn't ruined the play. She'd had an accident, and accidents happen to everyone. So feel your heart. We all make mistakes. We all have accidents, and it is okay. Listening with her heart wasn't just about giving kindness and love to others. It was about giving it to herself too. I can be a friend to myself, thought Esperanza. When Esperanza got home, she focused on her favorite things. She zipped down the hill on her bike, then spent the afternoon painting at the kitchen table. She also got the hug she needed from Mama and some cuddles from Cleopatra. Well, there's that cat that she found. They got to keep her. Okay, so this story was a story about listening to your heart. So find your heart. You can find it beating in your chest. See if you can close your eyes and can you feel it beating? So when you get upset, when you feel sad or angry or disappointment, close your eyes and feel your heart and remind yourself to be kind to yourself. It's okay to feel those feelings. And then we just remember to love ourselves so that we can continue on and we can get a hug from our mommies or daddies or our grown-ups, and we can do something that can make our heart feel better. So you're going to have an activity to do with this book, but I hope you enjoyed this story about listening with your heart. And the next time you feel upset, or even when you feel super happy and joyful, feel your heart and see what is your heart telling your head to listen to. Listen to your heart. Remember to be kind to yourself.